Second verse so far, I feel like, okay, I'm moving faster now. I'm getting on top of my game, thinking deeper. Now I'm at this place where it's like I'm fierce, people hear me, people are affected by what I'm saying.
So after he says, you know, we call that moving raw, then he's like, lions won't cross the line, cougars won't move a paw, chickens won't cross the road, dogs won't roof at all. So those are all things, natural things that obviously those animals would do.
Instinctually.
Exactly, instinctually. And in this sense, it's kind of describing how like everybody's kind of froze up now. Because now he's warming up, you know, now he's starting to think on that level, that Lupe level. Especially like the last two references, chickens won't cross the road. You know, chickens kind of like cowards, they won't move, they'll be froze up. Dogs won't roof at all. Like your dog barks, you know what they say, a dog's bark is worse than its bite. Same way like dudes talk a lot of mess, they aren't gonna do anything.
Yeah, and he did say in a Fuse interview that like nobody could touch him on this song. Like in a lot of other music, he says like you guys got him beat, but like in this song, like nobody can touch it. And I feel like he really did weave this all together like a big masterpiece, and everything kind of is connected, you know, from start to finish. Always had flow, just added a front door, roof, and walls. Okay, so I always had flow, like, you know, he could always spit, he could always rap.
The same way like a house starts out with the foundation, the floor. You know, his whole image that he has now started out with his flow. That was his foundation. And then he just added the front door, roof, and walls. So he just built his form around that.
Hotter than the fire that into which Koopa falls. So Koopa, well, wasn't that the...
Got any Super Mario fans out there?
I used to play Mario. I don't remember like all the names and stuff, but wasn't Koopa
Somebody
one of the...
didn't get to the last level.
So Koopa was the final boss? Okay, so bam, but when you beat him, he falls into fire, right? He falls into a fire pit?
Yep.
Sicker than when you use your dog to use assault. So if you take that plainly, it's just like, dang, like that's kind of sick. Like that's kind of actually kind of scandalous. Like if you get your dog on me, like it's one thing for you to assault me personally, but if you get your dog on me, like now we really have issues. But sicker is also like, you know, play on words for like sick 'em. Like, get 'em boy, sick 'em. You can never really tell just who's the fraud. Truth might still be alive, like true or false. So at first I didn't get this.
Kind of like the way he says alive. It's kind of like truth might still be alive, like true and false. So, you know, you never really know what's true, especially in our day and age where everybody's just saying a bunch of different stuff. So you never really know.
I understand if you say flow, because the way that we pronounce flow, it's the same way that we pronounce floor in urban slang. So I understand that being like having that double meaning. But how can you just turn alive into a lie? Unless there was actually a word, a lie, like ally, a lie.
No.
Ally, a lie. Why do you just get to add the V to it?
It sounds like he's clearly saying alive.
Okay, alive. But the meaning that we're getting from, the meaning that we're extracting from it is that he's saying truth might still be a lie. Like true or false.
No, I think he's saying it might still be alive, like true
I think
or false.
he's saying both.
And he thinks he's saying both. And so does...
I think he's saying both on purpose. Because I think it'd be really easy for him to like enunciate the word a lot more clearly. I like no joke, like if it was someone other than Lupe, like, and if he didn't put this much stock into this song, like he meant to do that. And like I've noticed a lot of other rappers like today, they will use their lack of enunciation intentionally.
True.
Like they're using it on purpose. Like the way they say something, they know it kind of sounds like something else, so they'll use that in a pun while using it the other way. Like.
So basically, Lupe in the next couple lines is basically saying he can't trust anybody but himself. And I like how he puts it into the whole, unless it's Lou endorsed, sponsored by me, and of course you know who enforced. So a rapper might be sponsored by Coca-Cola, and so then they're gonna endorse Coca-Cola products. They're gonna like drink them, and you know, make it seem as if this is what they really do love and this is their favorite soda and all that stuff. But it's really just for the sake of making money, you know. And so me being a viewer, it's like, should I really trust that endorsement? Do they really like Coca-Cola, or are they just like getting paid? Now there's 3 me's, like me. Here, do it with me.
I'm good.
It'll be fun.
Okay, I'm 3. 1, 2, 3.
Me.
Oh, see, no, you. I was singing.
He doesn't want to warm up his vocal cords.
So he's also referencing the 3 me's that he just mentioned. You know, himself, his endorser, his sponsor, and the enforcer. So 3 separate Lupes.
Damn. Oh. So then he's like, and a 4th if your vocal's hoarse. First of all, you know, you might have to warm up longer if your vocal cords are hoarse. course, is another way of saying that they're like in bad condition. You don't sound good. But then it also is meaning
if your horse has vocals, like Mr. Ed.
You know why? Because it's dead. And I put the head in your bed.
Oh.
No, but that's the follow-up lines. Get out of pocket, have your horse's head in your bed. Now that's what I call a good night's rest. To say get out of pocket is another way of saying like get out of line. Actually, you can click this box right here and see this disgusting scene taken from the movie The Godfather, where this dude, you know, wakes up and he must have got out of line or got out of pocket, and somebody put a dead horse's head in his bed, and he's like and then guess what? His voice gets hoarse because he's screaming so much.
Should have warmed up his voice.
Should have warmed up. Me. Moving on. So now his vocals are warm, so you know he's gotten really experienced. You know what I mean? He's doing what he does when he does what he do.
And it kind of connects to the first two verses because, like in the first verse, you know, he's talking about the state of people's minds, how people aren't thinking deep enough. The second verse, he starts to talk about, okay, now my thoughts are warming up, and he slowly starts to warm up, goes through the 4 me's, but now in this
now
verse,
he's adding, you know, 5th and 6th me.
Exactly.
Okay, so
he's ready to go.
He's ready to go. Also, the next line he says, the Buddha said that I am not reformed. If I ever be reborn, I keep coming back as me. Well, don't forget the other 5 as we. I guess in the Buddhist tradition, they do believe in being born or reincarnated, and they believe that when you come back as being better.
From a lower being to a higher being.
Yeah. So I think Lupe is basically saying that he has reached his final destination. He has, he himself, he keeps being reborn as him, but every time he's being reborn as him, it's like he himself is just getting better.
Yeah. He can't be reborn into a higher being.
Now he can't get any better. But don't forget about everything that he's been through. That's what I'm getting from it. Do you think that makes sense? Okay.
Did you hear it?